All right. It is a brand new day. This is today's Rundown with Ramon show. We're going to talk about your biggest competitor may be the people who just do absolutely nothing. That really could be your biggest competitor, not somebody else, not the guy down the block, not the girl upstairs, not the store around the corner, not the other nonprofit, not the other speaker. It could be the person that's simply doing nothing due to a variety of reasons. We're going to unpack that today. Doing nothing could be your biggest competitor. My name is Ramon Ray. This is today's Rundown with Ramon. And we do have a show for you today, broadcasting live on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, archived, of course, on Spotify and other platforms. And the show is growing and growing and growing. I'm excited about that. Hearing the sound of my voice, definitely make sure you follow me on Spotify. Go right now. Go to Spotify. Type in Rundown with Ramon Show. Follow. Check out YouTube. The Rundown with Ramon show. Click subscribe so you do not miss out on amazing shows like this, where we got some topics we're going to bring today. And the headlines of the day today: Forbes content chief was ousted over a $6 million payment. God bless America. Claude's new watermark. AI watermarks may be coming, and that's really giving some people some understandable angst. I'm going to talk about that and more. And then, of course, our flagship topic today is doing nothing really could be your big. So let's dive into our headlines of the day today. And headline number one: a Forbes content chief was ousted over a $6 million payment. Forbes and other brands, including Zone of Genius, have deals and affiliate deals and relationships and partnerships with a variety of companies. So let's say Forbes has an amazing list of the top wealthiest people. That may come from a third party. Forbes gets to publish the list because Forbes is this amazing 100-plus-year-old brand that gives cachet to their brand partner. The brand partner gets to provide the data to Forbes. They get a little bit of shine, a little bit of burnishment for their brand, and everybody lives happily ever after, and they split the sales from it. So this Forbes content chief, he got $6 million. Now, it appears just on the headlines that he didn't do anything really nefarious. He could have, but it doesn't appear he did. But the point is, he received money, and that goes against the rules. So it's amazing. What does it mean for you and I? You got to play straight, people. You got to play fair. Yeah, we all want to make a buck. We all want to make money. We all got to feed our households. But man, when you do it, at least do it honorably. Do it the right way. Don't hoodwink somebody. Do it strategically. Do it even leverage it. You know, somebody wants to do some investment. I have no problem GA paying me because I send them a referral. That's honorable, of course, but don't lie to people. Don't hoodwink people. We know this, but I thought it was interesting. Even at the highest level, the biggest brands, the most interesting people, they kind of do a little this, a little that. So this guy, though, got $6 million. He's out, and he is living large and doing just fine. You know what? I was going to mention a friend of mine's name that he can make money with his babies with his money, but I don't want to bring the two brands together since this was not a good headline. Let me just leave it at that. That a Forbes content chief was ousted over a $6 million payment. Ding, 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 ding. Next up, this is an interesting headline causing a lot of people to be up in arms, and I think they're right on it. Claude is considering, or they may have installed it already, Claude is planning to embed invisible watermarks into Claude-generated text and image, a move that brings it into compliance with EU's new transparency laws. I get it in a way. And here it is here. Nobody minds police officers, as it were, on the road clocking you with their radar guns. We get it. But what people don't want is having bots and cameras all along the road in kind of a dystopian society where everything you do is tracked and the robots are seeing every little human infraction you do. For some reason, that just feels weird. So in the same way, I hire Marla, I hire Marie, I hire Judy to ghostwrite for me, to do some of my editorial content, to write things in my name. It happens all the time, and there's nothing wrong with it. All the books you see by any reputable person, somebody has edited it, ghostwritten it for them, done it with them, whatever. It's all good. It's from their thoughts, but it's somebody else. So now they're saying if you use AI, we may put a watermark to tell the world you used AI to do this. There was AI involved in this. I get it because this is so new. The baby is still walking, the toddler's still learning how to walk. So people are trying to have some transparency. But I'm like, really? I put up an article and in there's going to be something that says AI assisted. In that case, why don't I say assisted from Consuela in the Philippines, assisted by Parthib in Hyderabad, assisted by Jennifer in Jacksonville, Mississippi? Why not have a watermark for that? So I get it, AI is different, but something does have me a bit squeamish because I use AI quite a bit. And does everything have to be watermarked AI? Now, keep in mind, watermark doesn't mean it's going to be visible to the naked eye. So it's still going to look fine. But just something about that we have to watermark AI stuff, I don't know. And I know that people are figuring it out. I get it. But it leaves me a bit of angst. Reminding you, and I'm going to pause here, see if any of these things triggered something in you, but reminding you, this episode is brought to you by our friends at Bitdefender. Right now, I want you to go to bemoresecure.com, bemoresecure.com, to make sure that your computer, your tablet, your phones are secure from cyber criminals. Right now, go to bemoresecure.com, bemoresecure.com. And here's the thing. When you do that, take a screenshot of you installing Bitdefender Small Business Ultimate Security for your business, and you'll be entered to win an amazing brand building package from Ramon Ray. Go to bemoresecure.com for yourself. Don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. Go to bemoresecure.com. And reminding you, those who want to work with Ramon, those who want to work with me, I encourage you to check out Ramon Office Hours, a transformative experience, free for 1 month. You can try it out where I unpack and I go behind the scenes of how I'm building my business and how you can learn from that. This is what you can get at RamonOfficeHours.com, RamonOfficeHours.com, and all that you can find at RamonRay.com, all the things I'm talking about. But I encourage you, and especially this week, in fact, today as we're live, I'll be unpacking some deep, cool stuff about AI. You do not want to miss out. Some behind the scenes things I'm building internally, like a YouTube optimizer, editorial features. I mean, like mind-blowing stuff you normally pay for. Well, I still pay for it, but normally you have to buy it. I'm building it myself. You will be impressed. And lastly, as we continue the show, check out growyoursolo.com, growyoursolo.com. Again, all that you can find at ramonray.com, but growyoursolo.com, my free download, encouraging you and teaching you how to build your business. Appreciate you all being here today. My name is Ramon Ray, and this is the Rundown with Ramon show. Denny Rust, glad to have you watching here on Facebook. Let me pause. We've talked about, hey, somebody getting $6 million, their editor, and kind of some hanky-panky. Maybe that happened. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. Talking about watermarks from AI or anything you want to ask me as we continue today's Rundown with Ramon show.
Good morning, Ramon. It's Mary Lynn.
Mary Lynn, always good to hear you and Charlie's voice. The mic is yours.
Thank you. He enjoys you too.
Thank you.
I should say we, but oh my gosh, he's gonna start talking. He really does love to talk to you guys, but
Hey,
that's another
that's
story.
okay. He called me last night when you were asleep. It's okay.
When you say watermark not visible to the naked eye, one, I'm thinking, do you know when I go to use photos, right? And it says you can slightly see Shutterstock, or you get your kids' high school graduation picture back, and it says, I forget the name of that company that every Gen Sitter. Yeah, no, it's on the front.
Oh, the
It's
front.
when you before you get the proofs, so that you can't use it, you have to order. Is it going to be? You said it won't be visible to the naked eye, but okay. So what is it more of a? If it runs through the system, people recognize it as AI.
Yeah, so what it is that's machine to machine. I'm sure some people who are really geekish, they can see it, but it's more so, and I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, because image is easy, but text is harder. Somehow, probably every 1,000 words, every 500 words, there's probably, I'm imagining the word "the" is going to be put every fourth character, every 1,000 words. You wouldn't notice it, but they'll give the algorithm to AI checkers and say, here's how you can detect it. And then a university, for example, imagining, can buy a license or something to the AI checker, put 10,000 documents in there, oop, These three are AI because we know the algorithm, the test of what makes it AI. You get what I mean? Like, oh,
I understand. Yeah, I
yeah,
thought you meant like your
It's really
flyers were going to be, and then GA, I hear you. I thought I just had a different
I
vision
got you,
as a
Marilyn.
watermark, but you mean like a digital watermark that will be
Exactly.
recognized. Thank you for the
Yep,
clarification.
and nobody
Okay.
will see it. But the key is, Marilyn, again, well, I was kind of like, because imagine your book, and I get it. Portia talks about this, right? Do we want AI generated or not? And there has to be some way to know it. But I just think it's unfair because what if in that case, why wouldn't I flag and say, oh, Mary Lynn hired Portia. Portia, yeah, maybe interviewed, but Portia wrote 80% of it, or Leslie
It's a
wrote 80% of it.
ghostwriter.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't like that, you know. So thank you, Marilyn, for the clarification. It will not be visible, will not be seen, but machine to machine will be able to read it and quickly say, oh, that's AIGA. Talk to the people.
it's been in Unicode for a while.
Correct.
That's the thing that I want people to know that they've been watermarking it for a while. It's just going to be, and those who use Claude, it's already there installed.
Fair enough.
It says have the AI checker or disable it. But it's been in the Unicode for a while. And Ramon, you're exactly right. That's one way that they actually do it. It's the wording
Mm-hmm.
and the phrasing that actually leads to that. But it's been in the Unicode. I'm with you, Ramon. I just think it's petty.
Yeah.
I just think it's super petty, and I think it serves no purpose but to actually make more money, and give me a reason to actually get with Justin with the orange beard and actually do one of these humanizer programs and put it online to sell that for 19.99 so people can actually run their Claude stuff through the humanizer. Now it takes the code out of it, and that's all we're gonna do.
Yeah. No, I love that, GA. You're so
I am the humanizer.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're so right, GA. But listen, I love this. And again, what do? We just keep it going, doing the best we can, and the march continues. And I don't think there's anything we can do about it at this level. But I love the rooms we had. I think it was some room with Coach D and others talking about what was the room? Education, other things. Listen, what can we do? Some people give their life to make the world a better place. Marla's kind of in this world, and maybe others to do more civil type things. Everybody has their battle. Some of us are hardcore building businesses. So take your battle, what we're going to do, and we just keep moving on. But I thought it was interesting what that is. Anybody else wanted to ask a question, give a comment before we move on with today's Rundown with Ramon show?
Ramon.
Please. Hey,
Good
Linnell.
morning, it's Mel Burns. The thing that I'm thinking about with this is for those people who are looking for employment,
Mm.
if they're using AI in order to create resumes and things
Ah,
of that nature, how are they going to bypass this algorithm in order to get the interview?
yeah. Yeah,
That's my main thing.
Linnell, you're right on that. I mean, what do people do? You're right. Like Linnell wants a job. She needs to work. She's using AI to help her. She's now dinged, is what I'm hearing you say, Linnell. She's now dinged because I use the AI checker and I just say block everybody who used AI. It's kind of something like that, yeah?
Yeah, it's like my daughter right now. She's in college. She's looking to intern and things of that nature. She's using Grammarly. She's using all of these
Mm-hmm.
AI powered things. And when it comes time for her to find her job, she's going to be using her resume to optimize the resume. Now, if this is the issue where it's being flagged as AI,
Mm.
how many people are not even going to get to the interview process because of it?
It's a
So
real
that's
thing.
that's my main concern.
Yeah.
But I'll go ahead and mute out. Thanks,
But I do
Thanks,
have
Ramon.
one follow up question, Linnell. And GA knows quite a bit about this. But question for Linnell is that in the Bentley 50C, 2027 Bentleys, they have a system where the driver can make it silent. I can hear you in a vehicle. You didn't get the upgrade on the Bentley 503Z where it goes silent. Your Bentley didn't have that in your driver. You didn't have them do that this morning?
Not today, Ramon.
Oh,
Not today.
okay. Okay. I was
No,
like,
Bentley,
yeah.
my Bentley isn't that fancy yet,
Oh,
but it's
okay.
coming.
You just didn't. You got the 350,000 vehicle. You're like, no, I want to save. I don't want to add the $7,000 for the silencing feature. Something like that, Lindell. I'm guessing. Yes.
I wouldn't say that. Maybe I didn't know the feature was available. How about that, Ramon?
Linnell, you going with yourself. Always being here to platform. I wish I had a Bentley with the silencing feature. Let's move on, everybody. Good day, good day, good day. Welcome to today's Rundown with Ramon show. Glad you're here today. We got an amazing topic, and this topic is really cool, really dear to my heart, about the competitors that are doing nothing. That's the competition we often don't think about. And again, thank you all for being here today. I hope many of you I know already have gone to bemoresecure.com, bemoresecure.com. If you want to say thank you to me, if you're liking the Rundown with Ramon show, I encourage you to do that and do it for yourself. But hey, if you're like, Ramon, I love the show, I'll go to bemoresecure.com. I'll check it out right now. Do that. You get it for free, a free trial they have. And again, those who want to work with me, you can see that at ramonray.com to join me in Ramon Office Hours. So let's dive into this aspect of your biggest competitor is really the competition who's doing nothing. A few key points I want to touch on today that will help you. One, understand this. The person you're working with, Leslie, the person you're working with, Malika, the person you're working with, Paula, the person you're working with, Victoria, the person you want to buy your services, they may not buy from somebody else. They may not. The person who may get that, the competitor you may be fighting with, is just them doing nothing. They may keep the old system, they may delay a decision, or they may tolerate the problem that's happening. This is what may be happening. Often we compare features and say, oh, my system's like this, my system's like that. But instead of doing that, maybe we should look at the competitor of the status quo. In BWC, we have many people who do amazing book publishing work. Leslie does that. Malika does that. Portia does that. 3 people who do amazing book publishing work. Guess what? Yes, those 3 compete to some degree. I know it's more comfortable to say we don't compete. I believe in competition. I love it. Doesn't bother me. However, the competitors, the world is so big, it's really somebody just doing nothing. That's really what it is I look at speaking engagements. I don't look at who could be on the stage. Are they picking T.M. Hyman, or are they picking Maria, or are they picking Dr. Gina to speak on the stage? Did they get the deal? It could be, but the world's so big, it's probably not that they picked Dr. Gina instead of Ramon Ray. You know what it was? They just liked having Marcus Black, and he didn't do anything wrong, and they just kept hiring him. It was nothing against me. Credit Ninja's in the house. What's up, Queen? Oh, wow. Credit Ninja, good to see your wonderful face here. OG of Clubhouse. Good to have you here, Credit Ninja. I hope you and your family are well honored that you've joined today's Rundown with Ramon show. I'll pause here in a minute, Credit. Love to hear your voice if you're still able in a minute here. So that's number one. The biggest competition we may have is the competition of just doing nothing. People who just say, nope, I'm fine as I am, and I don't want to do anything different. The second thing to understand, then I'll pause after this point here, see if anybody wants to jump in here. The second thing to understand here is doing nothing often feel safer. My wife often says, oh, Ramon, you don't want to try a new cup of coffee? I got this new coffee. I got this new thing to try out. Why try out something new? Cafe Bustelo is here. If you look at Genesis 4, verse 8, on the 8th day, Cafe Bustelo came to being. It's here with Dunkin' Donuts creamer every single morning at about 4:50 a.m. with 1 apple sliced into 8 slices with a handful of blueberries, 2 slices of toast with peanut butter on it, then a series of push-ups and stretches, and then at about 8:30 going into a workout. Why change? What's wrong? Why do I need to try Pete's coffee? Why do I need to try Starbucks coffee when Cafe Bustelo serves me just fine? So the same thing that I want you to look at, Florence, same thing I want you to look at, Credit Ninja, same thing I want you to look at, Chris. It's not because I didn't like Chris, not because I didn't believe Chris, not because I don't want my operation to be smoother, but the reason I didn't hire Chris, because you know what? My nephew's doing it. Yeah, my nephew's making mistakes. Our company still was making $79,000 a year for the last 10 years. Our operation's still a mess, but you know what? Just hiring my cousin to do it, Chris, it's just safer. It's just easier. I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing. Why change? So this is one competitive advantage that we must let people know. We must convince our customers that, hey, working with us could be a better option, and get them to say this. As my coach Lamar Tyler says, what if you hired me and I was able to make your event generate $500,000 more in income? What if, imagine if you hired Ramon Ray to keynote your event and I made the experience 27 times better? Would that be worth it to you? What if you came to Ramon Office Hours? What if you tried Ramon Office Hours and I gave you one tip, just even one tip that was a game changer for your business? What if you did your first book? What if you called up Malika? What if you called up Leslie? What if you had a call with them? You did your first book, the book you've been waiting for, and that was the key to healing between you and your father. What if? What if? What if you're a high-powered woman, you're doing this, you're getting good money, you're getting paid, work is coming along okay, but there's a void. There's a void in your life, and you said, what if I talk to Leslie? What if I have a 2-hour call with her? And what if that would transform your business and bring healing in your family and boost your career? Would it be worth it? People, the competition is not oftentimes the other person. It's lack of action. Doing nothing often feels safer. My name is Ramon Ray. We'll pause and invite anybody else that speak to someone today. Anybody has a question for me? I'll pause briefly. I'll pause. Anybody wants to unmic and say your name and join me. Cool. Let's keep moving forward. Number 3, and if anybody does, even while I'm going, just unmic loudly and clearly and say your name. Number 3. Understand this. And again, looking in the chat here, glad you're here, Linnell Burns, extraordinary coach for high-powered ladies who want more out of life and more out of their careers. I think I got that right. Linnell Burns here on the Facebook side. Number 3, customers buy when the problem they have becomes a priority. That's not bad. I can think of this in my own marriage, my own relationships, with things that, as Marla has said, it's all right, then I'm okay. But when things are a little rocky in the marriage, when things aren't quite right, that's when more of the flowers come out, Joel. Am I right, Joel? Am I right? That's when more of the dinners come out, Joel. Am I right? Am I right? That's when more of the foot massages come out. Am I right? Am I right, Joel? Come on now. We know what time it is, gentlemen. So when there's a problem, that's okay. That may be the time to pounce. This is why follow-up is so important. You don't follow up enough. Follow up, 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 follow up. It's important because you never know when it is the right time. That's not bad. Yes, you should look at your competition. Yes, you should know what else is out there. I do. I know who my competitors are. I mean, the world is so big, so I don't know all of them. But I give a general idea of those who speak like Ramon-ish, those who are high energy speakers like Ramon-ish, because I narrowed down my competition. There's all kind of amazing keynote speakers, all kind of amazing hosts. But there's a certain genre of hosts that have my style of hosting, and that's what I look for. Who's here? Say your name and join me, please.
It's the most auspicious day.
And what?
It's the most auspicious.
I think you're on mic, which is beautiful. Oh, I wanted to hear that conversation. I forgot what you were saying, but welcome. Thanks for doing that.
It sounded good.
It didn't sound good. Come on now. So customers buy when they're ready to buy it, oftentimes when it's a problem. It's often when it's a problem. Patty or Trisha or Adrian or Ramon or Christina, we've been saying we need to do it, need to do it, need to do it, need to do it. But what happens? The guests are coming over, Christina. Guests are coming over, Dr. Jeannie. Guests are coming over, Leslie. You've been wanting to replace the couch since the days of George Washington. But now the guests are coming over for the 76th Christmas, Marla. You know I'm right. Now we're going to buy a new couch. We're going to buy it 2 days before, and we're going to hope Ethan and Allen or Siemens or J.C. Penney, wherever the couches come from, hopefully Flanagan or whatever the names of those stores are, the couch is available. We're rushing them. We could have done it a month ago. Customers are the same way, everybody. Customers are the same way. I get those calls. Hey, Ramon, we have an event. Could you speak for it? Absolutely. It's about 5,000 people in Orlando. Absolutely. Could you come? It's next week. Next week? Why didn't you call me a year ago? Well, our main host got sick. What to do about it? Hey, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. What you can do in issues like this is help the customer rank the problem honestly. Is this kind of, yeah, we like it, we may not like it. Is it that? Or is it something more serious that they need right now? It's something you can help customers with the decision tree. Nick, glad to have you here. Nick is joining in on YouTube. Nick, don't forget to click subscribe on the YouTube side. Our YouTube channel is growing. If you're hearing my voice right now, I encourage you, make sure you sign up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Zone of Genius, yes. Zone of Genius, yes. You don't want to miss out. Nick says this, so true. Your greatest competition is the person in the mirror. You know what, Nick? You're right about that. You're right about that. And I go through that from time to time where I have to sit and breathe, sit and encourage myself. Encourage myself. And thankfully for friends around me who even encourage me, even as they go through on the struggle bus as well. Keep moving here. Tip number we've talked about, number one, the prospect may not choose your competitor. The person who's not buying from you didn't choose somebody else. It could be they just didn't do anything. Number two, doing nothing always feels safer to do nothing until it doesn't. And number three, customers buy when the problem they have becomes a priority. Number four, I warn you against this. Do not manufacture fear. Pressure may create a sale, yes, but it can damage trust and it can attract a bad fit for what you're trying to do. I don't like selling things based on bad pressure. There is good pressure, and I'll get to good pressure in a minute. But maybe use the customer's own numbers, experiences, and priorities, not exaggerated threats. But here's what I like about it, honest urgency. And this comes from real consequences. And I'll give you an example, especially with me hosting an event or me keynoting an event. Here's what I can tell people, and I say it to them very honestly and very authoritatively. I say to the big events and brands and others, even smaller events. I do two types of hosting. You have my regular hosting with big brands, $25,000, $10,000, whatever it may be. They have budgets to hire speakers and all this. And then I do have things with friends. You know, hey, Ramon, I have a big budget, but I'd love to work with you. Either way, I have two different budgets for depending on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. The point is, I can still use good pressure. And I can say, you've been doing your event for the last 3 years. That's great. You've been doing your event for the last 4 years. That's beautiful. It's going well. You've been doing it yourself, opening your own event, applauding yourself. Imagine having Ramon Ray at your event. How much better it could be. How much more relief it would be to have somebody else shining the light on you instead of you having to shine the light on yourself. Imagine how it could be to have more sales, more back of the room sales, because Ramon was able to align with your brand and get people there. So my point is, that's good pressure. And you can do this with any of your things. Malika Starr having her books, talking to the woman and saying, ma'am, you're 65. Ma'am, you're 35. You've been holding the story within your soul. You've been holding it in. How long will you hold it in before you unleash it and publish it and let your family see truly who you are? When will you do it? As Justin Conical says, when will it be day one and not one day? You could do this to Trisha. As Trisha here on the Breakfast with Champions BWC platform, our live audience on Clubhouse, helping nurses live a life more fulfilled, she can say, dear nurse, you've been helping everybody else, coming home late, leaving house early, getting yelled at by the doctor, yelled at by the patients, yelled at by the administration, and you are tired. How long will you be tired? When will you say, no, it's enough. Today I stop, and I am the nurse for myself. Trisha, how can I enroll in your program? That's good pressure.
Oh,
come on, Trisha. You like that, right?
that was good.
Come
That was
on
good.
now. I'm telling you, Trisha, I know what I say. I can't help your money make babies. That I can't do, but I can surely help you market it. You know, and this can work for anybody. That's good pressure. That's good pressure. So I want you to learn these things and incorporate these words into your own business. One of my guys, my other mentors, Phil M. Jones, his book, Exactly What to Say, is here. Exactly What to Say. His book has that kind of things in it, learning these words. And you know how I learn these things? I want to repeat. It's from mentorship. Do you know I paid, and this was a discount, and Dr. Jeannie knows Phil M. Jones. I paid about $2,000. Dr. Jeannie knows these things in NSA, $2,000, which is the discounted, And it was a donation to the NSA New York City chapter to sit in a workshop with Phil M. Jones. So you wonder, Ramon, how did you get to the next level, as it were? How did you learn these things? Investing. You can go on YouTube and all that, but nothing beats being in the room. I paid $30,000 for 2 years to be in Lamar Tyler's program, where the one nugget of many is imagine if. He taught us that concept. Imagine if. In my Ramon office hours, we are doing that. I'm not teaching a course per se. I'm very clear what I'm doing. Very clear what I do in Ramon office hours, my own coaching and mastermind. I'm teaching you week to week just what I'm doing. That's all. That's all I'm doing. I'm going behind the scenes and showing you what I do. Things you see, seeing the public sees, I do my best to go behind the scenes and share. Here's why I'm doing it. Why? And here's how. And the second thing, which you only get once you come in. And it's free for a month. Free for a month. Go to RamonRay.com or RamonOfficeHours.com. Sign up free for a month. You can't lose. Is I encourage my clients, connect with me. You see me on stages, you see me going here, going there, just DM me, email me saying, Ramon, can you? And yes, the answer will be yes. So do not manufacture fear. I'll pause again in a minute, but the key here is do not manufacture fear. You know, the reason you don't have to manufacture fear, the reason you don't have to manufacture fear is because there's enough real stuff as well. I want to do promotion for a friend of mine real quick. Usually I don't wear printed shirts. I wear only black shirts in general. I think it looks better. But I want to give a shout out to Jennifer Jasper. She has this cool shirt, Petty, Set, Go. And if somebody could take a clip of this for me, just screenshot it real quick. You don't have to, but Petty, Set, Go. Petty, Set, Go. Petty, Set, Go. No, that's not the name of the brand. Sorry. This is the logo she has on here, Petty, Set, Go. But the name of her company is God Ain't Petty, But I Am. God Ain't Petty, But I Am. Now, if you're not into left-leaning politics, which I'm not per se, but I'm promoting her business, I've watched her grow into a multi-million-dollar empire. And I'm so proud of her. So her brand is God Ain't Petty, But I Am. God Ain't Petty, But I Am. And this is one of her shirts. Petty, Set, Go. I had an airplane on it, so I got it. And usually, though, it's kind of left-leaning political stuff, but the shirts look pretty good. So if you're into that, and please do me a favor, you can see her on Instagram. God Ain't Petty, But I Am. Jennifer Jasper. Again, she's highly political. Not necessarily my cup of tea necessarily, but I like her brand. I like her story, and I like what she's built. Her name is Jennifer Jasper. And do me a favor, let her know Ramon was talking about her today, and take a screenshot. If you can, I'll stand up again. It'd be helpful to me, and I'll send that to her. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. All right, let's move on. Actually, I said I was going to pause. I'm going to pause. Anybody else wanted to jump on in and ask me a question, comment about anything I've said today before we go on with today's Rundown with Ramon show? And if not, no problem. I got so much content. Hey, Alexandra Nicole, glad you're here today. Thanks for being here, Alexandra. Always a voice of consistency in the Rundown with Ramon show. All right.
Good morning, Ramon.
Hey,
It's
hey, Dr.
Jeannie.
Jeannie. It's always good to hear your voice, Queen. Mike is yours.
Hey there. Thank you. I just wanted to say I really appreciate what you're saying. One, about having mentors, people that show us the way. It may not be that I think sometimes we think when we need a mentor or coach, oh, we're not doing well. No, you should be able to do your job with your eyes closed, and you're calling that mentor, that coach for that one thing, that one thing that you're ready to focus on. The second thing I really love that you talked about today was how do we continually say how easy it is to work with us, which means we got to be doing our homework to make sure we are easy to work with, to make sure we are out there so that they have the choice between speakers, MCs, coaches, publishers, whatever it is. That's a constant thing we're constantly doing. We don't get to that stage and stop. Actually, we don't get to that stage at all if we stop. I'll pass the mic.
Dr. Jeannie, I love that. Dr. Jeannie, you're right about that. I mean, imagine you and I, Dr. Jeannie, you've done years and years and years of executive level coaching. I've never done it, Dr. Jeannie. If I'm getting in that space, or, I have a client or whatever, I have a question about it, yes, I can go to ChatGPT. Absolutely. Yes, I can read all the books from Harvard and all the things. Yes, I can go to events and what is it, SHRM or something like that. All these things that probably and go to. But I got my friend, Dr. Jeannie. That's mentorship. I can say, Dr. Jeannie, as you just said, I got a question. Can you spend 15 minutes and just give me kind of an overview, executive level coaching? Oh, Ramon, here. She's done it. Is that kind of the thing you're talking about? Do we have people around us? We have different circles, but some people are closer. I know I can call you. No schedule needed. You can call me. Not everybody, but that's mentorship, Dr. Jeannie. Talk to me. Put a bow on that.
Yes, the clients that I work with, they're looking for one particular thing. They don't want to go to 2,000 hours to sit there and get that one thing. So they're either wanting to be in a long-term relationship with me as far as coaching or in a cohort to be able to interact with other people in their sandbox. In other words, folks that most people at executive level don't have a lot of other people they can talk to confidentially. So they may be coming to work in my, for instance, GPS group where they're going to have that interaction, or they're going to call Jeannie, like you just said, and say, Jeannie, I don't want all of this. I want this.
That's right.
And I mean, I've done that with the coaches that I've hired.
That's right.
When I'll say, I see your whole program, but I, don't want to necessarily go to the women's retreat. I want to plug in the podcast retreat instead. That's in my lane. The good coach works that out to make that happen.
I love
Because
that.
That's what that leader needs.
And Dr. Jeannie, remind us your website. I think I know what it is, but just remind us your website, who you want to talk to. And the reason I do this, Dr. Jeannie, I know you know this, 80% of the people who Ramon knows may not be a fit. But it's who do we know who can add value? And it could be that one or two people that may say, I heard Dr. Jeannie's voice. I want to know more. So Dr. Jeannie, tell us where we can find you and who's the ideal person you'd love to have a conversation with.
Right now it's jeanniesnyder.com, Jeannie like in the bottle, GENIESNYDER.com. I work with leaders who are at intersections of decisions that matter, particularly people that know what they're doing and they're looking to expand their territory or their genius.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Dr. Jeannie. It's right about those who are, we all need
Thank
help.
you, Ramon.
You're welcome, Dr. Jeannie, my friend, anytime. And you're right, Dr. Jeannie, about, executives and all of us need help. All of us need a hug. All of us need mentorship. But a few days ago, I had a call from somebody. I'll just put it this way, a very famous person who all of you know this individual, most likely. I couldn't believe it. I've seen this person's name in Times Square. That's how big this person is. They called me. We had a deep, and I'll just call it this way, emotional conversation. And it reminded me, Dr. Jeannie, it reminded me, Leslie, it reminded me, all of you, that, man, we're all human. We're all human. And I saw something that Shaquille O'Neal said. It wasn't him, but something Shaquille O'Neal said. I saw it in a video just now. They talked about letting go and kind of being vulnerable and things of this nature. And he said he has no one to go to for that, which reminds me, again, those listening to my voice on archive, this won't be relevant to you, but those listening to it live today, Thursday at 7 p.m., there's a discussion with my friends TM, Donald, and Pastor Jeff. They will be talking about men and opening up and vulnerability. I don't have the full script in front of me, but things like that, talking about that at 7 a.m. So those of you, especially 7 p.m., those of you especially—
7 p.m.
Yes, thank you. In the Breakfast of Champions BWC community who are hearing this, you know what to do and you know how to find all that. But to the broader audience, you just have to ask me about it later on. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon show, where we bring you one thing and one thing alone. We hope to entertain you, and we hope that while we're entertaining you, you're learning as well. I'm a 5-time entrepreneur, 5-time author, sold 3 companies, married for about 32, 33 years. I have 2 adult children. I have 2 grandchildren. One of my children lives in Europe, thousands of miles away. One of my children lives in the West Coast, thousands of miles away. And me and my wife are living life as best we can and traveling here and there and enjoying serving others and making the world a better place. You can get to know me better at RamonRay.com. Get to know me better at RamonRay.com and check out the campaign I'm doing, Be More Secure with Bitdefender. Encouraging you to check out Bitdefender at BeMoreSecure.com and see the campaign, how you can win big at RamonRay.com. Also, you can check out my coaching and join me for 1 month. You can try it out, a free trial at RamonRay.com or RamonOfficeHours.com. Ramon Office Hours. And those of you who are on the Clubhouse side, especially easier for you, download your free guide, How to Grow Your Solo Business at GrowYourSolo.com. But guess what? All of this is available at RamonRay.com, RamonRay.com. You can check all those offers and all those things there. Listen, I'm going to answer.
Ramon, could I
Please.
say one thing about Ramon
Dr.
Office
Jeannie?
Hours?
Oh, thank you. All the time. Absolutely.
I need people to understand, if you're in the sound of Ramon's voice, I want you to hear that these office hours, this is not a course you kind of listen to and answer some questions at the end. This is not a pre-plan. Now, let me rephrase. He pre-plans content for us every Thursday night, but you are one-on-one or multiple people on one with Ramon Ray. You get to ask the question you had this afternoon. You get to ask the question you have in your head that pops up after you hear his content. This is interactive, that kind of room. I need you to understand this is not a cookie cutter kind of program. If you're not in, why wouldn't you be? Free, first month, more than worth whatever you're going to spend. If it goes up to $1 million, still worth it.
Dr. Jeannie, I appreciate you 1,000%. Thank you.
Oh, and can I jump in there on that
Briefly
bandwagon
on that
too?
one, but thank you,
And
Malika.
you know
Briefly on
what I
that.
love again too? It's not an additional sales pitch. Like
Mm.
what you get is what you get, and then he's not trying to upsell you on something else unless it's coming out to a Genius Talks, in whatever region you're in. But I like that too because you're really coming and you're getting the information, applicable information that you can apply to your business and see results within 24 hours.
Malika, I appreciate that. Thank you, Dr. Jeannie. Thank you, Malika. And I know Leslie has spoken and others as well. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you both very much. And everybody who says, I'll receive it. Listen, it's easy. It's hard to receive, but thank you all for saying good words about Ramon office hours. I appreciate it. Listen, Alexandria Nicole has a question, and I love this. And you can ask your question live on stage, or you can ask it, of course, in the chat. And I love the question. And again, this is the Ramon, what is this? Rundown with Ramon show, where today's flagship topic is doing nothing is your competition. And in a few minutes, this will be also on zoneofgenius.com. And so make sure you go there and sign up so you don't miss out. But again, all that is at ramonray.com. So I'm going to take a question. I love this, Alexandria Nicole. You can see what Alexandria is doing, by the way, at EYG Events. Alexandria has an amazing community of in-person experiences and all kind of things like this. How do you personally reflect after big seasons? I'm going to answer it now. I love this. And these questions are often Alexandria Nicole asking it, but it's also for you, Dr. Jeannie. It's for you, Malika. It's for you, Coach D. It's for you, Jenny. It's for you, Linnell. It's for all of us to think and ask this of ourselves. After we have a big season, and that season could be a big season of difficulty, but I'm going to take the question. Oftentimes it means a big season of success. How do we reflect? There's two things I'll answer this for me. One, I don't do this enough. I'm a small business owner, busy, not a big company. Many corporations have corporate retreats, but I don't do this enough. And I probably should take half a day or a day, a few times a year to just think. That's number one. Having said that, oftentimes when I'm in flight, especially a longer flight, I may take a notebook, a piece of paper, and just write some notes and reflect on ideas and things. And I think that was one of the ideas that launched Genius Talks Mastermind, I believe. It was from an airplane. Could have been. Don't remember exactly, but so I do that. But it's a question for you all. When there's a big season, a big win, or when it's something goes horribly wrong, what do you do to reflect? Alexandria Nicole, thank you so much for asking that question. And always a thoughtful question for us all to think about. Let me move forward here. We're talking about here, doing nothing is often your biggest competitor, doing nothing. So, number 5 is make the cost of inaction visible. This is something that could be a game changer. What does it cost a client if they do nothing? And I integrate this quite a bit into my sales, quote unquote, tactics in my speaking, in Ramon office hours, or other things I'm doing. Great. At this time, you're not going to have Ramon Ray keynote, or you're not going to have Ramon Ray host your event. That's fine. But by you not having him host your event, that's one more year of you missing out on 27%, 32%, 50%, 10x of revenue you could have in your business. Why? Because I know people, I can give you names. Toyin Crandell is one. And I can give you names of other. She has a multi-million-dollar daycare facility. They've said, having Ramon on my stage increased my sales. They said it. They said it. You all each need to do the same for your businesses. By the client not deciding, by the client not saying yes to you, what's it costing them? And again, selling books and products and services and things like that is a little different than selling mindset stuff, right? If it was Linnell and GA and Patty, that's a bit different. They're selling more mindset, more I work with you type services, but the principle's the same. Patty's Miss You Graham and related services. What does it cost, dear miss? What does it cost, dear sir, you not working with me to heal your grief? What's that costing you? Are you going to let another Thanksgiving pass when you're curled up in a ball, the family's downstairs having turkey from Aunt Mary that nobody freaking likes, but you're curled up in a ball in the closet crying because you haven't worked with Patty? What is it going to cost you? You have your second kid who's going to college in 5 years. You're not working with Akudo Capital in INV. You're not working with G.A. Pimpleton for the 4th year. You've been coming to my events. You've been coming to Clubhouse. You're not working with me. Is it going to be another year where you're not getting the returns you should get on your money because you're not working with G.A. Pimpleton? Is it going to be another year? That's where it's make the cost of inaction, make it freaking visible. Put it right in their face, right in their face. Number 6, reduce the work required to say yes. Am I not doing this to Ramon office hours? All you got to do is go to RamonRay.com or go to RamonOfficeHours.com, go to the coaching, sign up. It's a quick process. It's free for a month. You don't pay anything for a month. There's no, it's frictionless. If you don't like it, say you don't like it, and that's it. Done. I'm not hiding. I'm not going nowhere. People can tell you. So reduce the work required to say yes. Oh, Natasha, I want to work with you. Trisha, I want to work with you. Christina, I want to work with you. How do I donate money to your nonprofit, Christina, changing the lives of kids? Well, you got to go to this and do this. You got to jump twice, clap twice, and make fried chicken and make green beans, and you got to spin around and go. Heck no, it's easier to donate to the Red Cross. I'm not doing that. I could just slap $20 down on Girl Scouts and do it. Make it easy, people. And I know Christina's not like this, trust me. So my point is make it easy to work with you. Got 7 more minutes before we end the Rundown with Ramon. Show number 7, lower risk without automatically lowering price. This is something that takes artistic skill to do. People are nervous. People are a little weary. Don't know the name Dr. Jeannie. Haven't worked with her before. Heard about her a bit, but not sure. Great. I get it. No problem. My package is $50,000. You're not sure. You know what? Don't even worry about it. Come as my guest. Come to my next coaching session. We're having an intimate gathering of 30 leaders in Miami. They've paid for it, but why don't you stop by? You're already in Miami. Stop by for 30 minutes. Check it out. You're already there. Bring your family, in fact, as well. Lower risk. Easy peasy. Done. I didn't lower the price, didn't adjust the price, and most likely by you being there, you will want to come again. That's number 7. We're talking about doing nothing is often your biggest competitor. Number 8, build an internal champion. I didn't ask for this. But I am so grateful that I don't have to run and hide and that our clients are speaking already. Leslie has said, Malika has said, Dr. Jeannie has said, others who are in Ramon office hours. Listen, everybody, this is a small world. And even if it's a big world, we know people that people have said bad things against. It's a real thing. So I'm grateful that I don't have to hide or put my head down, that I can walk proudly any event and people can look at me and say, hey, Ramon, sorry I didn't work out, but thanks, I got the refund. Great. But most of the people, hey, you kept your word, loving what you're doing. That's an honor. So same with you. Build internal champions. Again, my coach, Lamar Tyler, he does it. The man don't have to hide. He don't have to hide. Nothing to hide from. He's got a raving amount of fans who can say, this dude changed my life, and this dude right here is credible. All of you should build that. I think Shantae went through this. I don't think she's in the room right now, but Chris Cushing, right? Shantae said, ask her. Maybe I think Marie as well. Ask her. This is big fish in a small pond stuff. Do good work. You don't have to hide. Do good work. There's no shame. Now, I must say, mistakes happen. Things go wrong. Just do the right thing. So that's number 8. Number 9, ask directly about the no decision option. I asked that as Chris Christian helps me with some of these things as well. She asked, hey, thanks so much that you decided to hire bozone, stupid, idiot, moronic, low-life, idiotic, low margin, low energy, Becky or Bob to host your event instead of Ramon. We don't say it kind of like that. But the question is, why did you hire them and not Ramon? I want to know. And I'm just messing. Oftentimes it's just, hey, whatever. Listen, there's, and I'm happy most of the time I rise up there and it could be one or two things I missed. I don't get them all, but I want to know what happened. I want to know why you didn't hire me. The other thing is that I can go on here, but I think what I'll do here is only 4 minutes to go, is I'm going to end the Rundown with Ramon show. We'll chat for a few minutes and we'll turn it over. But listen, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon show, inviting you to join me and Bitdefender in our Bitdefender Security Challenge at bemoresecure.com. Bemoresecure.com. Secure your business with Bitdefender. Check that out. And it's not just that. You're helping yourself, but by installing Bitdefender, free trial, email me. You can see the details at ramonray.com. See the details there. Email me proof that you installed it, and you're going to win big. Also, remember, join me in my coaching sessions. You want to know about AI, sales, marketing, getting on stage? We got a lot in store. I'm not going anywhere. We do this. And when I am away a few times a year, I have guest coaches. We've had Marcus Black in there, one of the foremost motivators and speakers. We've had M.M. Washington, one of the foremost people to get you on a TEDx stage. We got people upcoming and more sales trainers and more who are going to help transform